everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. We're doing our show remotely today, as you can see. So we would like to talk a little bit more about a wonderful nonprofit here in Ventura County that is doing some great things for kids and families, and that is their name, Kids and Families Too. So we will introduce Sharon Cromartie. She is the VP of Administration for Kids and Families, and we would like to find out from her a little bit more on how they're doing things. Welcome to the show, Sharon.
Thank you very much, Sandra, and thanks
Very
for
good.
inviting me to be here to talk about kids and families together.
Very
So we, as is everybody, we've been affected by COVID-19 and the shelter in place and so on and so forth. So about the middle of March, when this first started happening, we really kind of hit the ground running with making sure that at least our employees who work with families in home primarily, that's what we do, we primarily work in home, that they were prepared. So they've already had laptops, our clinicians had laptops, our parent partners had laptops, our kinship caregiver, peer partners all had laptops. So from that perspective, we already had people that had, technology and ready to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So we then made sure that all those things were working, but one of the things we had to start figuring out was how do we engage the families, right? Because we've got the technology, but how do we engage the families? Because they don't all necessarily have computers or internet or a variety of things. So we had all of our field workers, so to speak, contact our caregivers, our families, and figure out how they were doing, first of all. Because this is when the kids were now at home, right? Kids are at home, the whole family's home. How is everybody doing? We just started with that. And then we let them know that we can still continue to have services. We can't see you face to face, but we can do the next best thing, which is we can do Zoom, or we can do what we call doxy.me. It's a online company that allows for medical kinds of conversations to happen. So telehealth, right?
Okay.
So we set that up and we let families know that we would be there for them. And so as far as I know, the feedback has been really good. A lot of families were happy to know that they would still be able to engage with the person that they've been seeing for so long, right? It's kind of a continuity of something that was normal, because the kids are home now all day. They've got a homeschool, and all these new things are happening, right?
Sure.
So that's how we really started out. And then we just made sure that our other staff, because we closed our offices, so we made it so our administrative staff, the support staff, could also work from home.
Right. And I would point out that this is something that your clinicians, everybody's really pulling together for this to make this really come together and make this happen, because normally they would be coming in, of course, to your organization as well. We would like them to do that in the near future, but for right now, this is the next best thing, and I'm sure this is something that everybody wants to continue.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, because we do our work person to person, face to face.
Sure.
But as opposed to just being able to have a phone call, to be able to see somebody, I think that offer was really helpful to people. We do have people that still maybe can only do it on their phone, because that's the only way they have internet is on their phone, right?
Okay.
So, we are working with people that way. We're trying to meet people where they are. But in addition to continuing our services, which is the clinical services and how are you doing and everything, we've also been emailing all kinds of resources that we found out. There's some fabulous resources in our county. So everything from, here's the food share when they're doing their mobile pantry, or here's some, resources from the school. So whatever we can capture from school districts to help their kids, we're doing that. And then fun stuff, here's some games you can do. Here's some fun things you can do with your family. But we're also working on, for you, like mom and dad, here's some things for you to do, just to kind of decompress and process through all of this.
That's good. And because you're a nonprofit, I know this is a tough time for you as well. So we'd like to encourage volunteers, and any type of donations that can come through, that would certainly be important as well.
Yes, that would be important. So for volunteers right now, we've we have volunteers because we have these events for our caregivers about 4 times a year, and then we have other
Okay.
things. So those have obviously been put on hold,
Right.
but we do have in-office volunteers, and they have to, kind of be waiting. But yes, we love having volunteers, and we would like people to keep us on their list of things. And donations are always good. And one of the things that our donations go to, because people want to know, is a lot of our caregivers need supplies for their kids. Now, these days, a lot of us need supplies,
That's
right?
true.
So you're talking about
True.
beyond that, but where caregivers may need, diapers or supplies or those kinds of things, and
Right.
and there's other materials, and we'd like to give them new things, right? So I know a lot of people want to donate their things that they're probably going through their closets right now, saying, "Oh, I
Yeah.
got a lot of things to donate." I'm sure that a lot of those organizations are going to have a lot of donations when we can finally get out. But
Right.
the money helps us, supply, buy things or purchase things for these families to
Right.
make sure that they have what they need.
And how many kids are you serving right now at this point? Do you have an idea of how many kids you're serving?
Ooh, that's a really good question, and it's hard to answer because we are dealing with the families, but
Mhm.
and it may seem like not a lot, but I'm going to say it's upwards of maybe 500 or so.
Yeah,
We're
that's a
talking
lot.
multiple kids in a family, in a
Right.
household, right? And then we're working with the whole county.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's a great amount of kids that you serve. Nurturing all these children makes such a big difference for the
yeah,
community. And
yeah,
keeping it going during this COVID-19 crisis really makes it
yeah,
so much more important.
yeah,
And the job you're doing really is needed. It's very important to these kids to know that they're cared about and somebody is doing something for them. That's really the important point to
yeah.
remember.
And that's true. And this is a really difficult time for people, right? Because
Yes.
kids are not used to being home all day with
Right.
mom and dad, caregiver. Caregiver is not used to having the kids home all day. So there's just the additional stresses on top of the traumas and things that they're dealing with, which is why we're seeing them
Right.
anyway, right?
Right.
So when you have this kind of stress, it kind of can heighten some of the reactions, right? So to
Right.
be able to continue to do the work that we're doing and to be there for these families has really been
Right.
and I've talked to some of our workers, and they said, look, the families are like, I'm going to call you. Can I call you multiple times a week? Because I need to talk to you. I need you to help me through this. And so,
Right,
yeah,
because
it's
it's
super important.
encouraging,
And how do we work with the kids?
right? It's encouraging to listen to them and to know their needs as well, and to
Yeah,
listen to the caregivers because you're going to get a lot of feedback from them too during this time, I'm
yeah,
sure, which will help you do your job even better. So
right.
that's really important. Can you share the website for kids and families with us?
Yeah, yeah. The website is kidsandfamilies.org. You don't
Okay,
even have to put the www. It's kidsandfamilies.org.
good.
Is that
Very
right?
good.
Yes.
For those people that, yeah, that would like to get more information or that would like to contact you, they can go to your website and get more information, which will be a big
Yes.
help. Very good.
Kidsandfamilies.org. Yes.
Very good. Well, Sharon Cromartie, thank you so much for joining us today on the program. I appreciate your time and sharing more about kids and families. It's such an important organization for so many kids out there. And I'm so happy that you're continuing all that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us every day here on OurVentura TV. We appreciate you watching us during this time. I'm Sandra Siepak. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.